I want to apologize in advance because I know right from the get-go that this video is not going to be at its full potential, mainly because I have had a rather rough couple of days. But I'm committed to making a video a week, so I'm here making a video, but I guess I just wanted to warn you. So the topic this week was growing up. What was it like for us growing up? And I've been thinking a lot about that this last couple of days. I think that I was quite a lonely kid. I have two older sisters, and they're twins. And so I grew up for the first 9 years of my life being the youngest kid and very much left alone because my two older sisters would be off doing their own thing. I learnt very quickly how to entertain myself, read lots, had a pretty active imagination, and started to rely more on friends than family, I guess, because I felt from a very young age quite left out. I don't remember when it was that I started getting fat. I actually have pictures of myself, I think at about maybe 7 or 8 years old, and I was a skinny kid. And I really don't know when it was that I started to put on the weight. I wonder whether or not it was when my younger sister was born, when I was 9. I think that I felt that when my little sister was born, the loneliness got worse for me. Mum and dad were very much preoccupied with her, and my sisters were off, doing their own things and, going into high school, and I was just felt like I was left to my own devices. I think for a long time I was very resentful of my little sister for taking my parents' attention away from me. And I was also getting to the age where my two older sisters and I were not getting along. They were pretty horrible growing up, once I kind of got into my pre-teens, I'd say. They were pretty horrible, as horrible teenagers are. They used to call me names because I was, at this point, a fat kid. So I think I think I still have a lot of resentment towards them because of the way they treated me as a kid, even though they were kids themselves, I totally understand that. My sisters were good students, did all the right activities, got good grades, were popular, just perfect kids, the kind of kids that parents would be proud to have. And I was the younger sister who got good grades, but wasn't into sports, was more into the arts, was in musicals and performances and all this kind of thing. But I honestly feel like, and I still really, really feel this, it wasn't something that I feel like I just made up as a kid. I honestly feel even now that my parents did not appreciate all the work that I did compared to what my two older sisters, did. I think that I felt that there was nothing I could do that would ever make my parents as proud of me as they were of my two older sisters. My sisters carried around a lot of anger from things that happened to them when they were younger. I guess it's one of those things where you understand why they are the way they are. I understand the reasons why they treated me the way they did and all this kind of stuff. It doesn't take away the fact that I personally felt very, very just pushed aside. The amount of performances I gave or was a part of that my parents wouldn't show up to or came late to, so they would miss my, my parents were there for every game, every hockey match they had, every swimming carnival, they were a part of. Everything, basically. Everything, Yeah. I'm going to go now because this was a ridiculously hard topic for me. Yeah. I hope that you guys have an easier time. And I will catch you all next week. And I will be in a better mood by then, I promise.